This is my new 1998 Cherokee Sport with a 4-liter HO 6-cylinder engine. This particular unit has 286,000 miles on it. What? Yeah, a lot of miles, but look at it. Look onto it. Not too bad. Seen worse. Yeah. Oh, it's got a great battery in it. Okay, so I found this on Craigslist for a song. Yeah, I bought this for $1,500, which isn't a lot of money for a Jeep Cherokee. It's not, but it is not without its own set of issues. This is a pretty common issue with the 1998 and 99, 2000 and 2001 XJs that I'm gathering from research I've done on the internet. There's intermittent gauge cluster failure. By that I mean that every once in a while the gauge cluster just goes blank, nothing. None of the gauges work. And the engine still runs, it still drives fine, just that you don't get any information. Like you don't get oil pressure, volts, gas gauge, speedometer, tach, the pertinent information that you need to assess whether or not your engine is in running condition or not. Yeah, that stuff goes away. There's a fix for that. I haven't investigated that, but that will be the subject of a future video. Right now, the check engine light was on when I wanted to look at it, and I plugged in my scanner, or my diagnostic tool that I bought from Harbor Freight back a few years back, and the code that it's throwing is a throttle position sensor code. That's the throttle body, and this is the throttle position sensor. So I went to O'Reilly's yesterday and I bought a new one for $50. Alright, you don't need to see the rest of this. I'll come back when it's all tightened down. Besides, you're in the way. Okay, on closer inspection, there's no adjustment necessary on this. It's just a bolt-on thing. And plug the connector back in. Sorry. You put this hose back on, otherwise you won't run with the Tinker's dam. See if it idles better now. And then if it doesn't work, then I will call my cousin. Throttle position sensor, low. No CCD from transmission control module. PCM. Transmission control system. Ambient battery temperature sensor volts too high. Well, let's see if the code kicks back on. Here we go. Well, that's a lot better. That idle's a lot better. It was idling at like 1800, 15 to 1800. Recent water pump. Well, that's one issue dealt with. So there was like 8 different codes in there, and there's some transmission control module codes, so we might be dealing with some transmission issues in the near future, at least with the transmission control module. Let's take it for a little rip around the corner. Alright, so I'm like a quarter mile into this little test drive, and when I test drove this thing yesterday, it's the RPMs that idle would fluctuate, you know, as much as 500 or 600 RPMs that go up and down, like it was missing. And I take it for a drive, and it's bucking and snorting, and I drove it home, and when I went to go pick it up and pay for it, that's when he told me that the dashboard would turn off from time to time, the instrument cluster. And I drove it home without any instruments, and it was bucking and snorting, and it never stalled or anything. It just, like it almost felt like you were getting bumped in the back end, you know? And it's not doing that now. Alright, the check engine light's back on. Let's see what it says. 2 codes left. 2 out of 8. Let's see what they are. Read codes. Let's look at the transmission codes. P1694 is the code. P0700, transmission control system. MAL request. MAL request. I don't know what that means. I'll do some research and find out what that all entails. But the transmission, those are the only 2 codes. Yeah, there were 8 codes originally, and just replacing the throttle position sensor got rid of 6 of them. If you think about a rheostat or a dimmer switch, like in your house, and like say you got a dimmer switch in your kitchen or your bathroom. You know, when you start out really dim and you turn the voltage up, the lights get brighter, and you want that to happen consistently over the range of that rheostat. But if you got a bad dimmer switch and you've got spots where there's, you know, dead spots in the switch and the lights flicker on and off, or they go all erratic, you know, you got a bad dimmer switch. That's essentially what's happening with a bad throttle position sensor. So $50 switch. You got rid of 6 of the other codes, and now I just got to diagnose what these other codes are, and I'll go and figure out what the test procedures are for those different codes, and deal with them as time permits. So that'll be the video for today. Stay tuned for more. And in the meantime, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry, and have a splendid day. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you don't mind, and if you got any questions or comments, go ahead and hammer away at the keys down in the comment section. Share this with your vast social media network, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay? Bye now. Replace the door pins too.